What's going on, people? So the Tibhar Evolution MXP is one of the most popular rubbers in Europe. It now has a harder version, the MXP Hard. So the MXP Hard, how does this differ to MXP? The only difference is the sponge hardness. So the top sheets are the exact same on both the MXP and MXP Hard, but the sponge hardness is different. The MXP Hard has a 50-degree sponge, whereas the MXP, the original, has 47.5 degrees. So there's only 2.5 degrees difference, but it's surprising. It does make a big difference in its performance. So just before we dive into this review, the MXP Hard is a bit heavier than the MXP. Due to the hardness, this comes in at 76 grams, whereas an MXP is around 72 grams, so a touch heavier. Also, just like to note that the MXP Hard does have that very prominent smell that you get with the MXP, very booster-like smell, which is quite strong and that's interesting. So throughout the review, I used my Tibhar LC blade and Tommy used the Stiga hybrid wood. Let's get into it. Okay, so first off, the rubber is fast, really fast. Just like the MXP, there's no doubt about it that this rubber is for all-out attackers. The speed you get is really something. What I like about this rubber is that it has a loud, almost boosted sound and feels hard. The key difference with this and the regular MXP is that the regular MXP has more dwell. The MXP Hard has a firm contact and the ball just shoots off straight away, so it has a little bit less forgiveness. This meant at times the ball flew off the end of the table or directly into the net due to the relatively low trajectory, so I had to be quite precise. With this pace, I got to say I felt very confident in the open play, as I didn't have to put much force to get the ball onto the table, due to the rubber's immense speed. Oh no! So quick. You can definitely tell the regular MXP is slightly slower. So you would think with a really fast rubber, it would be lacking in the blocking department. But actually, I really like blocking with the MXP Hard. I knew what I was going to get every time. It felt very direct and had a consistent ball. Okay guys, we'll do a quick speed comparison between the MXP and the MXP Hard, so the MXP Hard being the black side. Let's go with MXP first, the red one.
Alright, let's see it.
Let's go. Let's try it with the MXP Hard. Yeah. With the MXP Hard, I'm using less effort and I'm getting more pace in the MXP. You can just feel it come off the back quicker.
I can definitely feel it even blocking then, the difference.
Okay, so when spinning against backspin, this is where I feel the MXP Hard lacks a bit when compared to the MXP. This is because the hard version, there's less dwell time, so the ball doesn't have as much time to dig into the rubber. When I accelerated fast and had good timing and in good position, that's where I could generate a good amount of spin and won some points outright directly through spin. However, most points with this rubber was won through pace. With the MXP, it just is easier to generate spin. So with the MXP Hard, you are sacrificing some spin for extra speed. But all in all, the MXP and MXP Hard do have similar spin characteristics. It's just that the MXP is easier to produce spin. In the short game, I actually preferred the MXP Hard. When you're playing soft shots around the net, the firmness helps keep the ball low and stable. Whereas the MXP, it can feel a bit more mushier, so it could pop up a bit more. The MXP Hard is pretty good at keeping the ball low with good quality in the short game. Now, when counter top spinning with the MXP Hard, when I timed this right, I produced a fantastic shot. However, it could shoot off the end quite easily as expected due to the pace. So really, when I was countering, I had to play quite a slow stroke, which then gave me a lot of control and I was able to counter well. With the MXP, I did find it easier to counter topspin, but all in all, with the MXP Hard, when you do have the right technique and time it well, you've got a fantastic shot. Okay, so the main thing I took away from comparing these two rubbers is just that the simple fact that the MXP Hard is quicker than the MXP. This thing is lively. The main strengths of the MXP Hard is its all-out attacking capabilities. You know, you can finish points very quickly with this rubber, whether it's a flick or a third ball attack, or just from mid-distance, you get so much pace. And for its speed, it does have a good amount of control, but where it does lack is its spin. Now, if you don't time it properly, you don't get the high quality amount of spin that you do get with, let's say, other rubbers like a Hurricane 3 or even a Tenergy. So then you do lose out on control because you're not getting that arc on the ball. But when you're hitting it with pace, that's where it does work out well and timing it well. So you do need to have good technique with this. An MXP, you do generate more spin than the MXP Hard. Well, not more spin, but it's easier to generate the spin with MXP. So for me, in the rally, I feel a lot more stable with the MXP for that reason. But yeah, on the top end shots, the MXP Hard comes out on top. So guys, if you are someone who wants all out pace and likes flat type shots and just wants, you know, super quick shots, this rubber is going to give that to you. So the price of the MXP Hard comes in at around 50 euros, but does vary between site to site. You can pick it up at 46 euros. It's a little bit more expensive than the MXP, only by a few euros though, so that shouldn't really affect your decision when choosing between the two. So there we go guys, MXP versus MXP Hard, a great rubber for those who want one of the fastest rubbers in the world right now. Be sure to let us know in the comments below what other comparison reviews you'd like to see us do. And for now, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.